Hello and welcome to my hangar for PTU 2.0a is the patch. So this patch is not gonna, this video is not gonna really talk too much about all of the big world map that's gonna come in. That's kind of for another video. I'm waiting for a bit more stability on that to really do too much with it, because at the moment I'm running around it, and for someone that's actually streamed 17 hours of it the last 2 days, it crashes every few minutes, which makes making a video really showing it off kind of difficult. So what I'm going to do in this video is show off the new ships we've seen. So in front of me here we've got the Vanguard, which we're going to look at now, and then we're going to take a look at the new modi for the new Constellation Andromeda model, and then we'll look at the new Avengers, the different variants of the Avengers. So first of all, we've got the Vanguard here, and it's the base Vanguard, which is the Warden, and it does look a bit like it definitely looks a bit like the Tally. You can look at if you look at the wings at the back, how they fold, it's the same. But of course they're both Aegis. We'll just drift around the front here. It looks like it's off the ground a little bit, which is a bit weird. It looks like it's trying to hover. Is that actually moving? It's hovering. So one thing you'll notice with this thing, one thing I noticed, you've got a couple of these up here. I'm not sure what they are. Are they sensors? Are they guns? But one thing that it definitely is a gun is this thing down here. Look at the size of this. I mean, look at the size of this compared to my character. This is absolutely huge, you know? This is a big ass gun. I'd really like to listen to what sound that makes when it's actually in. You know what I mean? And if we just wander around here slowly and we'll check inside, it does look, it does look a bit like a Tally, especially if you look at it from the front. If we kind of run back just a little bit and turn around and look at it from the back, you know, the way the wings are like angled like that, it looks like a little mini Tally, and the engines. Which it makes sense because it is a Aegis ship, as I said, same as the Retaliator. So to get in, of course, we can actually come back here, and we've got the hatch at the back. And the Vanguards, there are different modules for this. As this is the base one, which is the Warden. You also have the Harbinger, which is the missile boat, and you also have the Sentinel, which is the E-War variant. So once you popped it up, you can climb up in here. Steps are a little bit steep. We'll close up the door. You know, once the door, you can see the steps actually fold up when it closes in, so rather than actually being steps, if you know what I mean. We come up here, we're at the GNR 05. It's not a hatch you could open. I wonder if it's a hatch you could open, but it's not. So if you come back in the middle section here, and if you remember, the way the Vanguards work is this center section here is going to be, you know, it's meant to be to double as the escape pod in these ships. So when you actually drop out the ship, if you get in trouble, this whole section here, this whole room will drop out. And obviously with the Warden, this one's actually I don't know, it's a bit more basic. It's got a lot of stuff in here. You got like a sink in here, you got a shower, you have some cabinets, you got this control panel here, which is similar to the one you have in the Retaliator. The engineering station in the Retaliator. It looks like the screen could use a bit of a clean. It looks like someone's got their dirty paw prints all over it. The other side here you have like a couple of beds, which also looks like as EP 3 and 4 and 5 escape pods, some lockers and a gun rack. As I said, and up here you also have the turret. You can kind of climb up on the turret through on here, but we'll try in a sec after we look at the cockpit. So you move into the front section and you have the cockpit. The cockpit itself, where you actually sit, and this looks exactly the same as the Tally. It's the same cockpit. I believe it's exactly the same. So if we come in here, we sit down, and once everything pops up here, it's the same as the Tally. You got the same view. You got pretty much very similar, same visibility. It looks pretty damn cool. I can't wait to see this fly. I can't wait to see the variants. Not a Harbinger, the Sentinel is the one I want to see the most. The E-War one. I do have the Warden. This ship here is the one I have. I've got the base ship I've got as a Warden with OTI. and I've got the modules for the other two, so I can check out all three of them when the module system is actually available. And the other variants are in, because at the moment they're not. So let's see if we can actually get up here and actually get into the turret. There we go, in we go. So we can get in the top turret like this by sneaking through. You're not supposed to go in like this. We can see what a turret looks like this. Check out the view. The visibility is pretty good, isn't it? So if you look around, we've got pretty good visibility above us. A little bit to the left and right, not a great deal, but what's important to me in turrets is you can see it's totally clear in front of you, and you can actually look above you. Left and right is obviously good, but of course, you'll be turning. You can turn this around left and right, and actually see see what's left and right anyway. But above me is what I like to see. As you can tell, the turret's not working properly yet, but you can kind of sneak into it like that. So yeah, that is the Vanguard. So after the transition, we will take a look at the new Connie, the Andromeda model, and then we'll take a look at the Avengers. So be right back. Also in the 2.0 patch, we have a new model of the Constellation. It's only the Andromeda at the moment. Anyone that's got a Taurus, an Aquila, and a Phoenix, you do not have updated models for your ships yet. Like my Phoenix is still the old model, but the Andromeda is the only new one there is, and it's flyable in the PTU in the Crusader map, the large world map. So it's in hangar here too, so we can take a look around it here. One thing you notice immediately is it's a lot better lighting on the colors. It's a lot darker. And look at the bay where the P-52 docks. It actually snug into the back of the Connie now. If you look at it's got two little clips here at the back, just behind the two wings, and you've got this big like clasp over the front to hold it in. And in the actual how it fits in is the bay. The section where you actually get in the ship is actually inside, which we'll take a look at in a second when we go inside. So yeah, let's have a look around. We'll take a little wander around outside, checking out the details, and then we'll jump in and take a little look-see. We still got the same guns on it, but this is prone to change. I think Chris Roberts, I've been listening, posted something about Chris Roberts was saying that he's not happy with the guns on the Constellation, and he's going to change them. One other thing to note is the airlocks work now. So the two airlocks on the side here, they work. The one on the top works as well. If you used to jump down on the roof from this hangar, you can open the airlock and get in the ship that way. We see the new turret at the bottom, which you can see here. It doesn't actually flip you as you get in, so you don't get rotated. So which is a bit of a bummer for some people. I would have probably preferred if it did, like the Retaliator bottom turret, but because like this, the visibility is a bit lessened, but it's okay. And the good thing here is you have the bigger lift, which holds more people. So if we open this up here, you've got little like smoke effects there, or pressure effects when you open any ship now. So yeah, so you got the platform here now to get into the ship is big enough now for for a few people to stand on if you're looking for a person. You can get like a whole crew on here standing on this thing when the ship goes in, when you go into the ship. So starting out in the airlock room, which has now been separated from the actual bridge at the front, you have like a table here, like a breakfast table, which folds away, and like a seat to sit on here. There aren't many sounds in here in the Connie, so there's no sound effects for most of this stuff, which is probably coming, just to add. We'll probably get it once the 2.0 is actually released. Also in here you've got the escape pods here to our right, which obviously double as beds. And just in case you wasn't sure, there is a sign on here that says escape pods, just so in case you wasn't sure. We have like some gun racks here. You got some lockers, and lockers do, you can open them up. There's nothing in them, but you can open them up. You got a combo toilet here. It's a toilet, a shower, and a sink. You got some. It's like, I don't know if this is like a fire extinguisher. Is this some med kits or something? Med packs. Some more storage over the other side. If we come in here to section A, which is the bridge. Avionics, do not distract. Shield gen. As I said, everything in here has got labels on it. Everything in here's got labels on it. So if you go to if you go up top, we're just looking at check out inside the two turrets. The turret up top here, you can see we've got decent visibility, or very good visibility. You can look all the way around, above and around you, and very much so. We see what I mean about the bottom. Sorry, when we get down below. Because in the retaliator turret at the bottom, as you come in, you get flipped upside down. You get flipped, so you actually, your head is you're facing, you're level with a ship, if you know what I mean. Because you can look down. Because here, we can't look left and right because of the side of the turret. You can look forward. You can't look up, of course, because there's the ship. Now, if it would have flipped you, like the retaliator one, when you actually look up, you'd see the ground. So you can see around you. So obviously, with this one, you'll have ships on your radar, of course, but you only see what's in front of you. You've got the mechanics of the chair, obviously, to our left and right. So it's kind of a limited view. I mean, it's better than having nothing. Having someone in a turret down there is better than having nothing, but it's not great. And of course, you got new seats up front. If we jump in, you can't see the actual display. What we'll try to do is when we've had a little walk around the ship, I'll try to jump into the multicrew map and try to spawn one and get in, as you can see the heads-up display. I don't know how well that will work because
Anvil Aerospace.
let's just say
online.
It's been I've probably spent about 16 or so hours, 16 to 17 hours streaming 2.0 PTU the last 2 days, which is why this video's a little late. It's not out straight. I normally do these videos the day a patch drops, but because of the I've been streaming 16 hours of this thing the last 2 days, and it crashes pretty much every 5 minutes most of the time. So that's why I'll do what I can. We try to see a little bit in flight and see the heads-up display, at least the HUD. So in the back here, you've got the cargo bay. The lighting in this hangar is really, really dark. You got these racks of missiles here. As was shown on ATV a couple of weeks ago, they got a new missile loading system for the Connies, and the missiles here you can see, and it loads them up, out into through the loaders, like a bit like the Tally does. As I mentioned before, the airlocks are actually open on the side. You can actually get in them and open them up. I won't do it because if you walk into it, you end up outside the ship, and I don't really want to be outside the ship yet. You can see there, you can see it closing in. Look. All right, so. If we come up the back here, this is where the actual area is where the Merlin is. And as I said before, you can see as it ducks into the bottom of the ship, you get out inside the ship. So you can see it ducks perfectly so that the canopy faces outside. Now we probably, when we're actually getting docking the ship in the Connie, when we're out in flight, I would imagine it's going to be automatic docking. It's going to be auto rather than actually having to manually put it in here like this. And of course, the canopy opens up and in we pop. And in the PU, obviously it doesn't work in 2.0. It's going to happen in a later patch. You better drop in here and drop out while you're actually in flight. At the moment, it doesn't work. The Merlin doesn't work at the moment in flight. But you just drop in like this, and it's a pretty neat view. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to log into the Crusader map. So after the transition, what you should see is the Connie on the launch pad in Crusader, and we'll jump into it and we will try to start it up, take off, and just see how it flies a little bit, and see what the heads-up display is like. So I'll see you after the transition. Okay, screen's booting up. Yeah, so this is the... Whoa, it's showing the shields generators and stuff. Oh, it's a shame it's so light. So I came into this map because it was lighter, but here, of course, it looks like maybe it isn't good to be lighter. You can see here the shields. So the left shield has got 15 power, the back has got 15, and forward and right has got none. Well, right has got 35. Sorry, front has got 35. Because in the other window we set it to front and 30 and front and right, didn't we? That's pretty neat. Let's just check the other seat, because as far as I am aware, the other seat on the left side will show the same screen as that one. We'll soon see. I think they show it both the same, and you can toggle between, you can show which one you want to see between the two. So if we go back over this side, and we get into this seat, it should, I think it shows the same thing. But the displays on these heads up are really, really neat. They're really neat. Displays on the new Avengers are also very, very cool. Right, so you got the boot up screen, and yeah, we have the same screen. Okay, so I'm going to head out of here, out of the corner here, and we will look at some Avengers next. What we have now is a look at the Avengers, and if you look at them from here, externally they all look the same. Obviously this is because, even though they're variants, they're modular, so at the moment during the sale, you can buy all three variants separately, but in the future, once the module system is working, you'll be able to get the changes of modules just like the Vanguards, and just get the internal modules to switch them around. So the front here we got the Titan, which is the hauler. This is the Stalker, which is the default one, and the Warlock is at the back. The only difference between them externally is the guns. So the Walker and the Stalker are the same. You got the Sucker Punches, the big Tiger Strike, and some missiles. The Titan, you have the same Tiger Strike and the missiles, but instead of the Sucker Punches, you have a pair of badges, or bulldogs, sorry. And if you look in the back here, in the back of the Titan, because it's a hauler, they've taken out the prisoner transport pods, and you just have some cargo netting here, so actually use it for cargo. I mean, it's not big. I mean, it doesn't look like there's too much cargo space in here, honestly, but it is like a $50 hauling ship, so it's not too big. And the downside I have at the moment is, to get in the ship, you have to walk through the back here and through the front. And if you fill this with cargo, there's no way you're going to get into the cockpit. So what they're going to do, is put a ladder in here to get in it. In the Warlock, it actually works at the moment. You get a ladder come out from here to get in, which will show up later. So I would imagine at a later date, they will put a ladder in to get into the other ships without having to go in the back, because you don't want to go in the back if you don't have to, right? And if you come to the Stalker, if we look at the back of this, it's got the prisoner transport pods, but it's not entirely the same. If you see, they've added a second row. So in the live servers on the right side, you've got like 4 of these pods, which actually open. In the PTU here, they don't open. They have a use on them, but they don't open. So in the PTU build here, they've actually put 4 on each side, so you can actually transport 8 troops rather than 4, which is obviously a step up. And if we jump down here to the last ship, which is the Warlock, this is the EMP one. If you look in the back here, you can't get in the ship through the back here because you've got this big EMP generator here. Yeah. And if we pop the mobile, the display on over here, yeah, we got assembly 47B. A lot of warning stickers. It's all lit up blue. I'm really want to mess with this. I mean, my own Avenger, I had a Stalker is one I had. I'm going to end up with this. I've got a Warlock and a Titan as well. The Titan I melted a Reliant to get because they're the same price. I might actually melt down the Titan. We might do something else with it later, give it away, or I might go take it back to Reliant when I can. The Stalker I'm going to melt for sure. This ship I may keep, I don't know, we'll see how it is. But the main reason I wanted to get it is because this is the first ship that we can actually do proper E-War in. You can actually do these EMP blasts from this thing, which will wipe out all electronic in the area around the ship. So what I'm going to do after the transition, we're going to jump into the PTU, the large world map. I'm going to get in this ship and we are going to blast and show the effect because it is freaking gorgeous. Okay, we just spawned in the Crusader map. I'm just going to go get my Warlock and jump out and show the EMP, but I figured I'll show some video of you getting up. Every time you get in here, you got a different room, a different look on the room. This one is a bit messy, and we got loads of junk on the floor. There's empty bottles, it looks like. So basically what happens here, you spawn in your room, you come out here, you can run down to a computer dock, and you can actually spawn in a ship. You've got a bunch of other players, running around. It's obviously all multiplayer. You come down in the central hub and use the computer and we request a ship. So if we request a Warlock and request ship, it should tell us where it's going to put it. So it's on docking pad 2, which is, if we look this way, it's over here is 1 to 4. If we run to docking pad 2, and we should see it. Maybe we see it out a window. If you look out the window, you can see the pad. There's 3 and 4. Oh, it's around the corner. You can see a ship landing on 3 over there, waiting for someone to pick up. Probably this guy here is gonna go pick that up. So you come out into the airlock, and it gets depressurized, and off you go. Pop up the system series here. We got Zezrus and Apocalypse. So if we go left towards number 2, as we come out here, we should see the Warlock. On the right as we pop out. And there she is. There's a Connie over there. Hello. I don't have any landing feet for some reason. And as I said when I was in the hangar, in this ship here, because you can't get in the back because of the EMP device, you actually have to get in the ladder at the front. And this is something they're going to probably likely put on the other ships, because if they don't, you're better getting a Titan once you've laden it with fuel. But just like the Gladius, you get a little ladder that pops out the side, and you climb in like this. The Avengers also got a new HUD, which you'll be able to see shortly once we take off. Okay, we'll take it off, we'll switch it into SCM mode, which is the same flight mode that's equal to what we have at the moment in Arena Commander. Cruise mode, of course, goes a bit faster. If we switch to cruise mode, you can see yeah, we're getting a bit first. We're boosting our thrust up, we're getting up to 500, up to like 600. I think, there we go. 775, 800 is still going. So yeah, this is the cruise mode, which is pretty quick, as you see. So what we'll do is we'll pop into an external view and we'll check the EMP. So by default, this ship, the left button will fire the sucker punches and the tiger strike, and the right button will fire off the EMP. So if we just hold down the right button, if you tap the right button, you can see it's charging, and you can see the ship charging. If we look outside, you can see the effect out of it, and as it charges up, it goes whoa. So yeah, that's the EMP in effect. I mean, how cool does that look? That just looks crazy. Crazy cool. But yeah, if you leave it powered up too long, of course, what happens is that you boost your own, bust your own power. So yeah, if you look again, I just did it again, and look at it from inside the cockpit. Look at these effects around. It looks. How cool does that look? That looks just amazingly cool. It really does. Alright, so thank you for watching. This has just been a quick video, just showing her off the some of the different ships that we see in the PTU beta. So all this video is showing off the new ships. We had the Vanguard, the new Connie, and the new Avengers, just to kind of show you guys. And yeah, maybe we'll do another one showing a bit more about the features of the beta here as well. But this one was just going to be showing off the new, showing a quick look around the new ships. Like, this is the port where we actually landed. You can see other ships over there and stuff, and you can see the thing. See, I'm gonna drop out of here now, and after we just turn that off. Boom! We fire that off. So I'm gonna just head out of here now, as I said, and I will see you in another video. Feel free to drop comments and with suggestions, etc. Like, subscribe if you feel like it, or come over and hop into the Twitch channel and say hi. I mean, as I said, the last 2 days we've streamed like about 17 hours almost of this, even with the crashing. So I just not been able to stay away from it. It is, when it works, it's amazing, but as I said, it's been crashing quite a bit. But look how beautiful this place looks. Just look at the beauty of this place. Check it out, man. It's gorgeous. CIG did good.